Alright, so this is the video for the thermocouple experiment, lab 3, day 1. Here is my setup with the thermocouple. I have the AQ board, two fluid bottles, so inside there is water. In the first one there is icy water at 0 degrees Celsius. The second one is water at 22 degrees Celsius. And I have the T-type thermocouple that is copper and Constantan joined together with a welding spot, and I have the computer here with LabVIEW. So I'm going to run the experiment very quickly to show you how it looks like. So this is the DAQ board. I'm using analog input 0 channel, so this is where I have the thermocouple connected to, and see that we are using the switch to FS rather than GS, so that's a floating source rather than a ground source. And at the end of this cable I have this connectivity board, and this is my thermocouple. Make sure that you get the colors here. So one is blue, the other one is red, okay? And the blue one is going to be our plus end, which is copper, and then the other one is Constantan, okay? And I'm going to dip it inside the icy water. So as you can see, thermometer here shows 0 degrees, okay? And then I'm going to go to the LabVIEW code. So here is the LabVIEW code. And here I have some controls. The lay time is 1. The max and min voltage, since the thermocouple is producing a very small voltage output, they are set to 0.2 volts and minus 0.2 volts, and slope and intercept are 1 and 0 right now. Later I'm going to change them. And the physical channel that reads from the thermocouple is AI0. The calibration units are in C. The thermocouple type is T. Cold junction compensation temperature, we will see what it is in the next lecture. But for now, we have to put, just know that we have to put in the room temperature here, which is 20.25 degrees C. I have 600 samples per channel. So here's the thermometer. Right now it is 0. Here is the output from the thermocouple, which is 19.4 from my last experiment. So let me run the program. Alright, so now I have minus 0.2, 0.12, so there's fluctuation here. Right now what I want to do is I want to calibrate this sensor so that I get exactly 0 when it should be measuring 0. Okay, so I set this to 0. It's in ice bath, so that's what I read using the thermometer, and then I hit record. So I'm now recording data. Okay, so couple of points. I guess that's enough. So the program is still running, and at the same time I will have the thermocouple from one bath to another. So right now I'm in the bath where I have around 22 degrees. Okay, so the thermocouple is inside. Let's see what's going on with the LabVIEW. So I have 19.53. Let's switch it to 22 here. That's the reading from the thermometer. Hit enter, push to record. Let's record some data points. I guess that's enough. Stop. You guys can stop the program. Okay, so now let's see the data. So I have to insert the data. So data from text. So here's my data. So the first column is the time here, and then I have the temperature, which is not calibrated yet, even though it says calibrated temperature here, but this is what thermocouple is telling me, and this is what it's supposed to be, okay? 0 and 22. So like we did last time, select these columns here, and then insert a chart, and then you are going to fit a line to it. So my intercept is 1.01. My slope, my slope is 1.01, and the intercept is 2.22. So let's enter these values in LabVIEW. So the slope is going to be 1.01, and the intercept was 2.22. Okay. Alright, so now let's run the program one more time. So that's exactly what I need. I'm reading 22. You can see that it's cooling actually. And let's go to the water bath, the first one. So it should be reading 0 now. And actually that's what I get from LabVIEW as 0. So tomorrow you will do the same except with 3 different water baths.